at Pop-Up Crop, and we are super excited to be in the Armory, courtesy of our friends at Tranter Gray.
Tranter Gray.
Hot seat.
I'm going to go and cut you off real quick.
Yeah.
The Armory feels very secure.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, you're missing out. Go to YouTube and see. It does look like we're in a fallout shelter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
it's
100%
just concrete and metal.
If the fallout shelter was like high design.
Yes.
Like that's really what we're sitting in here.
Super modern fixtures and everything.
It's a modern fallout shelter.
So we're doing our hot seats, and we are kicking things off with our new good friend, Mr. Daniel Herron. Welcome, Daniel, to the show.
Thanks, guys. I'm excited to be here. This is awesome.
Yeah, what's up, man?
No, thank you for being here. You're the first one of the day.
Yeah,
This
no
is
pressure,
an
right?
important thing. It kicks off sets the tone for the whole day.
If you mess this up for everyone else, they're going to be
Don't
pissed.
screw it up. Don't tell anyone that story.
Exactly. All right, Patrick, why don't you kick us off?
Well, no, Daniel can kick us off. Tell us a bit about what you do.
I thought you were going to read the
Do
thing.
you want the question?
I thought you were going to.
Let's get a baseline first.
Okay.
Though. Tell people what you do.
Okay, cool. Well, I kind of have everyone's same story. I'm currently a UX designer, but I got started in graphic design.
Sure.
Did print, had to learn web design because everybody wanted a website. Had to do a little bit of coding. Stuck more to the art side of things and got a day job and hustle after hours. I work on t-shirt designs, brand, labels, logo design, pretty much everything. And then I worked my way into UX, and I'm loving that, being an advocate for my users and doing a bunch of software experiences for Keen Footwear right now.
Nice.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Now for the good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're asking people this year to tell us something unique that other people don't know. You put, before I was a designer, I was a competitive trampolinist and power tumbler / cheerleader in college.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Go on.
Go on. Well, you had that question, and I was like, man, what is a fun and interesting fact that people don't know? And I used to say that my girlfriend in college was a tramp, and I was a bouncer. It's terrible because actually I spent a lot of time in the gym as a kid.
Yeah.
From age 4 until 18, I was in a gym doing 3 hours a day.
Trampolining?
Well, originally it was, so there's actually a bunch of different sports under gymnastics.
Yeah.
And there's acrobatic, which is rhythm and balls. Acrobatic, which is when you have 3 people partnered together doing routines.
Right. Rhythm and Balls was the name of my band in college.
Rhythm and balls. Ribbons and balls
Also
is really what I was.
late night hangout spots.
And then artistic gymnastics, which is rings, floor, P-bars, high bar, the kind of the Olympic.
Yeah.
And then TNT, which is trampoline and tumbling.
Okay.
So that falls
man.
under the Thank you.
That's dynamite.
There's puns galore. Seriously. So that's how trampoline kind of segued into my life. I was a gymnast for a while, and then I lost. The men's coach left our gym when I was 12 years old, and I was kind of lost. I didn't really want to do kind of half gymnastics under the girls' coach, I was looking for what else was there, and typical trampolines, American black bed trampolines, will give you like 3 to 5 foot clearance between your feet and the actual trampoline bed.
Yeah.
But we were on Russian trampolines and Euro trampolines, and the holes get bigger, and the material gets thicker, and we were going 20 to 30 feet up in the air.
No.
Awesome.
That
Doing
sounds terrifying.
huge. If you ever want to see what cool tricks look like, look up synchronized trampoline. Because it's just like diving, except 10 skills.
That's
If
awesome.
you ever want to see a grown man cry and poop on themselves, watch me on one of those trampolines.
There you go.
Was it ever nerve-wracking to you, or did you just
yeah.
start at such a young age that you didn't know to be scared?
Well, when you have a big crash, then it would get nerve-wracking. You think you're invincible until you realize, oh my gosh, you go into bullet time, everything's slowing down, and
my
you're
leg is
coming
going
down.
through the springs right now. I was too close to the edge.
I've landed on my head and neck and ribs and all over the place. But it was so much adrenaline. It was so much like human flight. Like unassisted. I felt like Spider-Man. I could run on walls and bounce on. I mean, like. It was acrobatics.
That's
it was
awesome.
a blast.
So do you low-key like invite your friends to the jump park and then just like blow them
All
away?
the time. All the time.
Like,
the problem is, since I quit gymnastics, getting back on a trampoline, I can still do some of the things I think I can, but none of the cardio. Like, I'm just like,
So,
I bounce off and like,
Dude, I'm the same way. So we had the blacktop.
He was a
no,
professional
listen.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna jump in. We had the blacktop trampoline, the
Yeah.
rectangle one growing
Yep,
up, and so
yep.
I grew up on that. I could do flips, backflips,
Totally.
front flips, all that stuff.
Double bounces with your
Yep,
friends.
exactly,
Yep.
for sure. I could bounce people off of it. Like it
Yeah.
was amazing.
Way to
Now we
brag.
got a circular trampoline for my kids, and it's it's like a 12-foot one. Like,
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
I can do a front flip, and then I'm gassed, and I have to sit down.
Yeah, I hear you.
But it's crazy. Like I can't imagine used to doing like 3 or 5 foot jumps. And that's
Yeah.
high. Like it's taller than an average person jumping. But 20 feet, that would be insane.
12 feet is definitely taller than the average person.
3
Yeah.
to 5.
Oh.
3 to 5. If you
Okay.
had
Is your
5
clearance.
foot,
Yeah.
clearance
Okay.
between your feet and the bed.
Right.
But yeah, it got crazy. We had to move gyms. We were in a 2-story gym, and
Right.
people kept scraping the ceiling. So
Nope.
we had to get a 3-story gym,
Yeah.
and it was a blast though.
It sounds amazing.
My favorite story though,
blast.
I was a power tumbler, which
Okay.
is kind of like floor exercise, how you go from corner to corner and you tumble.
Right.
Well, instead of on a 40 by 40 foot floor, power tumbling is on a 6 by 150 foot floor.
Oh.
So very narrow track,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you do 20 or 10 skills in a row. And I was learning a skill, and because trampoline has only been in the Olympics the last 2 or 3 now Olympic cycles.
Okay.
Prior to that, we had the world's first world champion as a coach. His name's George Heary.
Wow.
He was 70-something years old, and my claim to fame is I broke his nose.
Oh.
A 70-year-old. I don't tell anybody how I did it. I just
Yeah.
say, I broke George's nose. He was back talking to me. And they're like, you broke George here? Like they had a procession for him in France. Like
Yeah,
he was the first person
When
to
you broke his
For
nose?
breaking his nose?
no,
That is
he just is
power.
a famous
Yeah.
trampoline guy.
Right.
But he's been in and out of gyms. If you're in the trampoline space anywhere in the West Coast, you'll know his name.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
you met a hero, and
I met a hero and then
hit him
broke
in
his
the
nose.
face.
Yeah.
But he forgave me for it.
That's
Good
good.
power move, though.
I was going to say, that's the dream.
It was totally by accident. When
That
you
is
you
the
tumble
dream.
and going backwards, I opened up a bit too much and punched him right in the face.
You know what? Don't stand so close to me. That's what that song's about.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play a quick game with you. We are the Master of One podcast. We are each the master of one of our own categories.
Yeah.
You are going to become the master for the next couple of minutes.
Okay.
But it's going to be random. So you're going to take one of these tokens.
I
You
really
don't know what
hope.
they are, so there's shuffling them up doesn't matter. But go ahead and flip one over, and you're going to be the master of that.
Yeah, tell us
Okay.
what it says.
Oh, master of music.
You have to
Okay.
tell us
Hold
something
on.
about music. I
Okay.
mean, anything. So it can be like what you're listening to now, favorite band, a band about like a band you played in, or
Your favorite tumbling music.
yeah.
Oh, favorite tumbling music.
It could be,
Crash
it could be
routine
literally
music,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
There's so
Well,
many music
fun fact: men don't actually have tumbling music. It's only
just
women
how stupid
who
I am.
have tumbling music. But that's in gymnastics.
way to big time me, Daniel.
So yeah, there's my music fact. Now, let's see, music wise, something I'm helping a band right now get kicked off. It's called Van Lavish.
Okay.
And the cool part, I've been designing logos and
Nice.
I took window chalk on glass, and we just did he was telling me his logo he was doing in the bathroom mirror on the fogged out bathroom mirror. And I said, how do we recreate that as close to the real thing? Because he loved his
Yeah.
logo, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to get in the way of that. And
Sure.
so we did a logo for him through window paint, and he was able to recreate the thing he'd been seeing on his mirror for the last year and a half. And,
cool.
And they're kicking it off. So
Dang, that's a
yeah.
pretty cool idea.
That's
Way to
awesome.
think outside the box on that, my friend.
It's been rad. It's been rad. I love the music scene, and I never actually could play music. I've always sat behind the soundboard.
Yeah.
And I want to help musicians, but this was my chance to see how a band gets started.
Yeah.
Their first show is in my basement, and I'm
Nice.
going and shooting photography. It's been great.
That's
That's
awesome,
awesome,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find you, they can follow you, they can
Yeah, I'm
connect
on
with what you're doing.
Instagram is pretty much where I post things. Herron D, which is just my last name and first initial. I've been doing some photography lately, so I threw an X on the end there,
Mm-hmm.
Herron DX, and that's my photography handle. But there's just me playing around.
That's
But
sweet.
yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome, man. Well, this has been an awesome time. Thanks for filling us in on all the ins and outs of
ups and downs.
You
You
know,
would even
ups
say.
and downs.
Ups and downs. There you go.
The
Look at him bouncing
explosive
back.
world. Oh my gosh, this is
sorry.
dad joke city at the end of this thing. We hope you enjoy the rest of your time, and we're really getting things kicked off.
Oh, I'm loving it, man.
Have an incredible pop-up crop.
Thanks, buddy. This is great.